Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mandela Effects After Dark. I am joined today by Jeff Zanzibar, finally. Let's give a round of applause. Jeff is here.
Hey
We're happy
guys.
you're here.
Me
Happy you
too.
are here. Really quickly, let me see who's in the chat. I know Jackie was first tonight, followed by pushing button 62. You're in the chat, Jeff. And I think that's it so far, unless people have jumped in since I last looked, which I'm looking right now.
With pushing, got Jackie.
That's it.
That's it.
There's 8 watching. There's just 5 lurking. That's okay. You can lurk. I do want to really quickly say a big happy birthday to Stag Arm Mandela Effect, aka Jose Martinez. Happy birthday. Okay. Let's see.
Happy birthday, Jose.
Yeah, happy birthday. Wait, do I have the happy birthday song? I may have the happy birthday song. I gotta check. If I do, we're playing it. Yes, we do. This is for Jose.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
We brought Jose out of lurk status so he could say thank you so much. I knew that we'd get him out of the lurking. Hello, Parody Bear. How are you tonight? I'm busted. I was lurking. Says Jose. And Parody says, Oompa Loompa Doopity Doo, I've got blank blank for you. That changes throughout the song, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like, isn't it different each time?
Mm-hmm.
I've got
Yep.
another puzzle for you. There's I think Jose says, oh, thank you. Guys, I have technically a short show of new stuff for you tonight, but supposedly there's, I don't see him. I don't see him yet. But supposedly, if Jeff needs to tap out, Mr. Super will tap in. But I don't see Mr. Super yet. So maybe he's busy right now. Because I do want to go over a couple Christmas rewinds because I was actually going to start Christmas tonight because I have so much stuff. But I ran into some snags with the video. So I was like, in the final hour, like literally like 4 o'clock p.m. today, I scrapped Christmas and put this whole show together at 4 p.m. today. I was a mad woman today. I was a lunatic. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing to myself? But yeah, so because I do want to go over a couple because I want to have your memory fresh when you see the new ones next week. Because there are Mandelas on top of old Mandelas from previous years. So I may want to cover a couple of them. Depending on how fast we get through these, the new ones, is whether or not Jeff will be here for them. But these are kind of short, Jeff. I think we're going to actually fly through these, to be honest with you.
The way I do it, yeah, probably.
No, like, and not only that, like, some of them are like 4 slides or 5 slides. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's short.
So which one are we starting at?
The one before the cat. I'm trying to think what it is. It's the rainbow thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see. We got 10 watching. Oh, wait. Before we get to them, though, Jeff, I do, since we don't have your segment tonight, I want to address the thing that's happening in my home state of New Jersey. The county that I'm from, Camden County, is affected by this. Now I was trying to find it before the show. That's why it took a few more minutes for us to start. I got an alert that they figured out what these things are. Nuke seekers. So they're things that are looking for nuclear weapons. And New Jersey has a couple, bases, so that could be why. But I don't believe it. I'm going to explain to you why I don't believe it. Because we're being told that Iran has docked a boat in U.S. waters off the coast of the United States, and they're sending these things up. One, how we don't let that happen here. We're not supposed to, at least. I should say before that balloon
we're not
incident.
supposed to, but under this administration, that's gone out the window. They are so inept and incompetent that I'll believe anything, as far as them screwing things up.
Yeah. Second, some close-ups of these things look similar to UFOs we have shown in other places around the world. Someone used a really like a really nice digital camera with a huge telescopic lens, and it just looked like an orb, like a color orb, and then they showed it without the telescope, like showed it in the sky. It didn't look like an orb in the sky. And then there are some that look like angels, like how angels are described, like an orb with spinning things, like gears spinning. So all sorts of different shapes are coming out. There's like a paper airplane type, like a square with two like bird wing type deals that are there's all sorts of shapes coming out. So they're not all the same. One looks like an airplane. One looks just like a military plane. So I don't know what it is. All I know is that I got an alert, but I didn't check it because I was getting ready for the show. So if you guys hear anything, let me know. All I remember seeing with the alert is that they have identified them as nuke seekers. Those are the two words I saw.
Yeah, they had to come up with an excuse, I guess, but I think they're just spying on U.S. citizens because they're trying to destroy this country as much as they can before Trump gets in.
Or well, that's the whole thing with Iran, is that they want us to get into a war with Iran and force Trump into a war.
Yeah, that could be part of it too.
But also, it could be that psyop that we've all been waiting for. The alien invasion psyop.
I don't think they're going to go through with that.
Well, that could be what this is what I'm saying. I don't know. I've seen some crazy videos. There's one video where they just keep like flying up, but they're coming from ground up in all different directions, like 16 to 20 of them. I don't know. All I know is that I decided not to show it, but I wanted to talk about it really quickly. Hey, Boris, good to see you.
Hey, Boris.
So, yeah, just wanted to mention the New Jersey thing, because,
And of course, it's New Jersey. Of course it is.
Yeah, it's in where you used to live, where I used to live. And the governor, the new governor, Murphy, he was like, if anybody finds anything, let me know.
That guy's a clown.
Well, how about you go find something? You're the governor.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. So, anyhow, let's get into this. So, guys, this is a short one because I do not know how to find any more of these. When I try to find it, I get pictures like this. It's trying to find what I'm looking for. I must be searching wrong, but I tried for like 2 days. But if it happened in the 80s, because what I'm about to show you was the 80s, it's still happening today, so I want to ask you. Next slide, please, Jeff. Oh, and really quickly, hello to anyone on Rumble. Thank you for watching over there. I appreciate it. Remember when we learned that clouds and plane exhaust can be rainbow in this reality? Well, it only makes sense that explosions can go rainbow too, right? But yes or no, everyone? Do you remember explosions being rainbow? Sorry, I had to cough. Yes or no in the chat? Oh my God. You just lost another kitty? I'm so sorry, pushing buttons.
Sorry, pushing. That sucks.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
It was almost 2 years. It was 2 years and a month between my one cat and my other cat, and that was bad. Thank you for going to Rumble, Parody Bear, but you don't have to go there. I know the chat's more active here, unless you're in both places at once, in which case, thank you. All right, so far, the answers are no for Pushin, no for Boris. Static people, yep. Matrix Break says, and welcome, I've only seen this rainbow oil slick cloud phenomenon in the last few years. Yeah, it's been like 5 years since we covered it. But yeah, last few years. And it's been, wow, has it really been? Yeah, it's 5 years. 5 years since we covered the contrails too. I know, pushing. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Well, I can imagine pushing. I am so sorry. The cat that I inherited, Rula, who's sitting next to me right now, I was resistant because I didn't want to go through that pain again. But I got to tell you, pushing, when you're ready, that's what helps. The only thing that helped me was a new best friend, you know? Not that you'll ever replace them, but like I said, I actually prayed to my cats and said, send me a kitty who needs me like you needed me. And then like 2 months later, I had this one. And I tell her all about her brother and sister that she never got to meet. But take as much time as you need before you do it. I'm so sorry. Oh, God. Matrix Brace said, I had seen the rainbow around the moon many times previously, but the daytime rainbow clouds, no. I agree. And until we covered these, I'd never seen them either. And there's all different types now. There's fire rainbows, there's lenticular cloud rainbows, there's the ones that dance that can be rainbow. There's the fall street clouds that can be rainbow. There's these, I forget their names. These have a specific name, the one on the bottom right. And then there's the rainbow contrails. There's all sorts of rainbows everywhere. This is a rainbow reality that we live in. And now, like I said, we have rainbow explosions. Didn't know this. Hey, Preliminal. So, Jeff, we go to the next slide. We're going to see a news report from, I think it was 1987 or 88, but it was after the Challenger.
NBC News.
So apparently NASA was blowing up their own rockets in the late 80s. And this one blew up in a rainbow of colors. Was this a thing in your past? It was just white and fire in my past. But I do have to say, I believe there is some green interference and it's dark. It's hard for me. I tried taking screenshots, which you'll see on the next slide, but you can see the rainbows, but it's hard to take a screenshot of the rainbows because that green interference, I believe, is the video feed. But you'll see. They're going to do a close-up. Just look for rainbows in the clouds. They're there. Go ahead, Jeff, play it. And listen to what she says.
Good evening. An unmanned Delta rocket was blown up after liftoff by NASA tonight as it careened out of control off Cape Canaveral. NASA said the main engine shut down as the rocket flipped head over heels before it was destroyed. This is the second failure of a U.S. spacecraft since the destruction of the Shuttle Challenger.
NBC News.
So she actually says that NASA blew up their unmanned spacecraft. Do we recall NASA doing that? Like NASA having ways to blow up their aircraft? Because I don't recall that. Hey, Russ Real, how are you tonight? Anybody? Jeff, you want to chime in on this one? Did I hear that wrong?
I never heard of them doing that either.
Okay. Did I hear it wrong?
No.
Okay, just checking. Just checking. So apparently the rocket was failing. So NASA shot down with what artillery, I don't know, their own rocket. And the result was rainbows in the sky. Slanders People Fair, welcome. So, yeah.
Seems a little sketchy to me.
It's very sketchy to me. Push a button says, how exactly did they go about doing that? I don't know. I did not know that was possible. I don't know. So we have two things to look at here. The fact that, you know, the explosion that resulted from that looks like the rainbow clouds we see. And then on top of that, NASA apparently is a way to shoot down their own rockets, at least since the 80s. New to me. Just wanted to share that. So if anyone else sees any explosions from stuff in old news reports or anything that are rainbow, please send them my way. That's what I'm about to say. See, I tried taking pictures, but you get that green interference. Some of it, I believe, is video interference, but others comes from inside the cloud. So I don't know what's going on there. If anyone finds more of them, please send them my way. Is this new for you as well? Let me know in the comments below. Russ Real says it's the self-destruct button.
And we all know NASA's complete bullshit anyway.
The video honestly looks familiar, says Barsby. Well, it kind of looks like Challenger as well. It kind of had that Challenger look to it.
They're all still alive.
All right, so the next one, again, may not be a Mandela. All right, let me just put it. Do you want to read this one, Jeff?
Yeah. I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or not, but I have had a cat in the family for over 25 years. And I've never heard of cats getting this ailment. So I decided to ask you all, is this a Mandela? Or have my cats just been lucky until now?
Until now.
Yes or no? Could cats get acne in your past, just like humans?
Welcome, God's watching the flat earth. I agree. So yes or no, in your past, could cats get acne like humans? Jeff?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to let you know. Lula has acne on her chin right now. That's how I found out about this.
That's
God's watching says no. Ryrus Real is screaming no.
so your cat's
Pushing
Mandela.
buttons. Huh? Yes. Pushing buttons is a no. God's watching is no again. Jackie says WTF LOL no. Preliminals like rainbow explosions. Yeah, apparently since the 80s that can happen. It was on the news. Interesting. I had mild acne until I would say my late 20s or early 30s. I'm responding to Jackie, who said acne is spiritual, I reckon. I've had it since I was a teenager. Travis Joe says nasty. Okay, but do you remember this happening, yes or no? Come on, Travis Joe. I need answers. Is this a Mandela? So go ahead, Jeff.
None of my cats up until now have ever had cat acne. I have never heard of it. Not from a friend, a vet, a YouTube video, not from anyone. Then one day I noticed Lula had black spots on her chin.
Yeah, her chin looked dirty. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And she didn't want me to touch it. Hello, Gary. Good to see you. So this is what cat acne looks like, everyone.
Turns out she had cat acne, and there are loads of photos and videos about cats getting acne. Again, I could have just never knew of this being a thing. Have you ever heard of this or seen this before?
So again, I know some cat owners in the chat, and they're all saying no, and it's a no for me. So it's possible that this is a new ailment that can happen to kitties. Poor things. Better than mites. And apparently, I will tell you, the excuse they're giving is that eating from plastic is causing this, like plastic dishes and bowls. She doesn't eat from plastic dishes and bowls. I have 2 small ceramic plates that she eats from. I rotate between the 2. Let's see. Let's see if it never says God's watching here. This letter.
Did I read this one?
Yeah, give me 1 second though, before you're gonna go on. Allergic Hal, it's not silly at all, you're just ignorant. What? Yeah, anything can be Mandela affected. I agree, Jackie. All right, so here's some more pictures and the drawing in the top left. There were 2 different WikiHows on how to clear up cat acne at home. Like it kind of looks like fleas. But I will say, there are worse cases I did not include because they look painful, like, open sores. I didn't want to show that on air, So these are mild cases. Lula's looks like, hers looks like the one in the bottom right, but in the center underneath, not on the side. Guys, no fighting in the chat. We can agree to disagree. I mean, there's an article, acne. It's not just for teenagers anymore. Like, really? That's another red flag to me. When I see articles like that, it's not just like they're letting us know it's new. It's not just for teenagers anymore. Because a month ago, it was just for teenagers and not for cats. Or humans, I should say. Not just teenagers, but you know what I mean. Sorry, Jeff, go ahead.
I'm always hesitant to present a disease as a Mandela. There are thousands that are rare that no one has heard of, but cat acne is supposedly super common. Is this new for you too? Let me know in the comments below.
Yes, that's another red flag. It's extremely common. If it's so common, then why have I never known a cat to have it? No vet has mentioned it. No friend has mentioned it. I never saw YouTube videos when I was searching cat stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's the part that makes it a possible Mandela, yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
If it's something you should have heard of, if it's supposedly so common, but you've never heard of it, then yeah, it's probably a Mandela.
And now Lula has it. The root cause, they're saying, is from eating off plastic plates. Supposedly. Maybe your cat's a messier eater than others. Like Lula is a messy eater. Like she will eat, and next thing I know, I'll go into the kitchen, and the food is on the floor. She licked it off of the plate. So maybe just messy eaters. I don't know. Okay. This one has me shocked. But again, I can't call it a Mandela until you guys agree. I can't. But I can't with this one. This one is upsetting. Because I love history. Okay? I love history. I enjoy geography. Okay? So, when something historically, geographically inconsistent to my memory pops up, I get suspicious. And this is one of those cases. This is not the first slide, though. We're on the second slide. But it doesn't matter. I mean, a city is Mandela for me. So we can go on the next one. The question is, what is the capital of Hungary? Do you know it by any other names? I'll tell you that it starts with a B. And it's related, the word is related to a religion. A religious deity. So it begins with a B, related to a religious deity if someone needs help on what the capital of Hungary is. Mandanimal, hey, so starving.
That's funny because I was thinking of that joke just now. So whoever said that read my mind. Oh, Mandanimal.
Mandanimal. All right, so Matrix Break says Budapest. Pushing Buttons says Budapest.
That's what I
Hey,
said.
Daniel Wiley, good to see you. Oh, you definitely will. I promise you. This is one of them. And melded is a very good word, Daniel. You'll see. Spelling is not the issue, Matrix Break. Technically. All right. Jeff, what do you recall?
Budapest.
Okay. Here's the issue. It's not spelling. It's the amount of words. Next slide. This could just be a me thing, lacking knowledge in Hungarian history. But there are things that make me think this could be this version of Earth Mandela. The capital is, of course, Budapest. But, guys, be nice. Mandanimal says Budapest. Daniel Wiley says Budapest. Guys, do you remember Buda and Pest being different cities?
What?
I don't. I
What?
don't. I can't. Okay, let me explain. Okay. Have you ever known the city to be divided by the Danube River as the city of Buda on the west and the city of Pest on the east? Have you ever heard of Buda and Pest before? Yes or no in the chat. Always just one Budapest, says Boris. Preliminal says no. Parody Bear says no. Push a button says no way. I'm gonna tell you there's a reason why, but as you can see, this is a new thing. This isn't old. Buddha versus Pest, a tale of two cities. Okay. Daniel says no way. See, Daniel, I told you, melded. You were right on. You were sinking. I literally just responded to your statement above. Travis Joe says maybe. Matrix Break says no. Guys, no fighting. It's okay. We're both Mandela, and that's all that matters. Next slide, please. I'm going to explain this. The capital was unified in 1873 as Budapest, including a third city, O Buda. But Buda, often in German, and Pest can still be found on maps today. There are also several landmarks that are designated as being in Buda or Pest, as well as places too. So this map says Budapest, obviously Budapest like we know, and vicinity. But Jeff, can you zoom in on the red blocks, please? This is why I told you it was German. Often Buda, Pest. Often Buda, Pest. I've never seen that on a map before. Gets weirder though. Okay, next slide, please. There is Buda Castle and Pest counties, which are on the Buda side, which is even stranger. And you can still find articles and videos referring to the Buda or Pest side of Budapest. Am I the only one who has never heard of this? Like, I don't. So I think the next slide is a video, and this is how I found out about it. Or it's photos. One or the other, we'll see. No, it's the video. So this is how I found out about it. Go back. You jumped over.
Seems too grand to be real. Stretching across the Danube River, this iconic bridge links Buda and Pest, the two halves of Hungary's capital. Completed in 1849, it was the first permanent bridge to connect the two sides, making it not just a feat of engineering, but also a symbol of unity and progress for the country. Seems too grand to be real. Stretching across the Danube River, this iconic bridge links Buda and Pest, the two halves of Hungary's capital. Completed in 1849.
Okay, I'll wait until you refresh it, because it's still playing even though you're on the next slide. And the next slide is a video, so it can't play until that one's gone. Travis Joe says my mind has been wiped. God's watching says, wow. Guys, please stop fighting. Really, please. Just ignore each other. You don't have to talk to one another. It's okay if you don't know. I'd rather you be honest and say I don't know than say you do know and you don't, you know? Pushing buttons. Wasn't Ray's high school mascot the Budapests? Jeffrey, still there?
Yeah, I'm trying to fix this annoying little bug here. There we go.
Well, Russ, I will say commenting helps the channel. So everybody comment as much as possible, please. I love the reference. I love the reference. It's the right time of year. Thank you, Travis Joe. Yes, it's still spelled Budapest. It's just the fact that the left side is Budapest, Buddha, and the right side is Pest, and together they make Budapest, which is just the weirdest thing ever. That would be like, it's like Minneapolis, St. Paul. Minneapolis is on one side, St. Paul's on the other, but it's called Minneapolis, St. Paul. That one I knew. I don't understand how I didn't know this one. Okay. All right, so now you got to get to the video again. And just skip to the second video and hope it doesn't happen again. So skip in the next one and go into the next one.
Seems too grand to be real.
That's not the right order. Next one. Oh no.
Seems
That's
too
not the right
grand
order.
to be real. Stretching across the Danube River, this iconic...
Yeah,
That's the order it's in.
No, it's not. It's a bug with Flickr. Just go out to the full screen and pick the one that looks like a Google map. It's a video. It's a bug with Flickr where all of a sudden now you have to start going backwards to go forward. It's so stupid. I don't know what's going on there. It's been happening for a couple weeks now.
That's the order you have them in. It's not a bug. It's the order you put them in.
No, scroll down. Right. Wait, go up. Go up. Where did the video go? It was there.
What video?
You had it on the screen. It was the video afterwards, and now I don't see it. Jeff, refresh the page. You have to refresh the whole page. Refresh it. Something's wrong. Okay, now, you see how the video is grayed out? Scroll down now. Where did it go? How did it slide? Scroll down. Let me see if it moved to the end.
I did scroll down.
You're missing a whole slide. That was just on the screen. You had it. It was on the screen. Scroll all the way up to the top. Maybe it bumped it to the top. Let me look. What the heck? Hold on, guys. I got to go to Flickr. It was on the screen, so it was there. I don't know what happened. It's
Which
like
one
it
are you
got
talking
kicked out.
about?
The one that you're not seeing. I'm clicking on it to see what folder it's in. It says it's in Budapest. On my end, it's there. It's the video after the one with the bridge, and you don't have it. So I'm going to send it to you on Messenger. We're going to skip this video and play it after you're done the presentation. I'm just going to send you the video. I don't know why you're not seeing it, because it's there. But you aren't seeing it.
We just watched a video, didn't we?
There's two videos. but you're only showing one in the folder. So just go to the slide after the video in the presentation that you have.
Didn't we just
And
watch
then-
one of the videos?
There's 2 videos, Jeff. We
Yeah.
watched one,
Yeah,
but there's 2 videos.
The other one's
but
there.
right now, I don't see it. It looks like a map. Do you see
No,
it? If you
it's
do, that's
there.
what we're on. Okay, then that's what we need to go to. That's the one that we're on.
Let me make sure.
Yeah, because when I was looking at your screen, I didn't see it.
So you sent me a slide, not a video.
I sent you a video
Oh,
slide.
no, wait. No, it's a video. You're right.
So you had this up on the screen in Flickr, and now in your Flickr you can't see this, which is blowing my mind. All right, let me add to the screen. So the point is here in Google Maps, you can do this yourself. If you type Buda, Hungary, it will move the map to the left. If you type Pest, it will move the map to the right. So Google Maps even recognizes Buda and Pest as separate. Hey, Curiouser.
Hey, Curious.
I just wanted to show you that Google Maps recognizes Buda and Pest as separate. So that's moving to Pest. And yeah, that's Pest when it goes to the right, Buda when it goes to the left. Hey, Meta Ryan. Oh boy, my whole screen just zoomed in. Did I miss anybody
Right, are we
jumping
done with
in
that
trying
one?
to figure that out? No, we have to go back to the folder. We have the
No, I
residue.
meant with that slide.
Yes, that's the slide we're done with, yes.
I don't know about going back to the folder. Let's see.
Preliminal says Buda and Pest
See
is
how that
new to
goes.
me.
Because my computer's acting funny here, so kind of worried.
Like, share,
What
and
the
subscribe.
hell?
Thank you, Meta Ryan.
Okay, I have no idea where we were.
After the video that we played with the bridges, there's slides of photos.
What? What is going on here?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. You're getting slides disappearing from your Flickr. I don't know what's going on either. But yes, this is it. This is where we should be. So this is just, I'm showing you there's maps, there's articles, there's YouTube videos, there's all sorts of stuff saying Buda-Pest, the Buda side. Often, and that one is a different name. It's like Pest or something. Guys, if Curiouser sent images, she's going to have to come on and show them because Jeff is having issues. I don't want to leave Flickr and have problems again. Yeah, Jeff. There's more Buda-Pest. I mean, everyone knows that there's 2 sides, and this is completely new to me.
That
Hey,
is so
Lloyd,
weird.
welcome.
There's
Yep,
a
Curiouser's
message
here.
within this.
Curiouser.
Hi.
Oh, there's an echo.
Uh-oh. Right away.
Hey, Curiouser.
Hi, Jeff. Should I leave and come back?
Do you have YouTube playing in the
Sound good to me.
background?
I don't think so. No. I got out of that.
Every time I talk, I hear an echo. Oh, it stopped. It stopped. We're good.
Okay.
Hey, Propagate.
Hey, Propagate.
Anyway.
Hey, hi,
Oh, I'm
LBK.
sorry.
It's okay.
Not to interrupt, but Sandy, I sent you a couple pictures. I just wonder if you could show them. I'm just going to be here briefly.
Yeah. But we were going to finish this one first.
Okay, yeah, finish that. Were you going to talk about
the thing is, can you present? Because Jeff is having major problems with Flickr. I'm afraid if he leaves,
No,
we're having
it's
more
just
issues.
on Messenger, the pictures.
I know, but then he's going to have to stop screen sharing Flickr. That's what he's having issues. I'm afraid something's going to happen again.
Can you send the pictures to him? I don't know how to do that. Ah, shoot.
We'll just have to try it.
I've had these pictures for a while. They're of the residue of the light.
I sent him to him.
Street lights.
All right, guys. So let me just finish this. So, do you think this is a reality insert, or do you think we are just lacking in historical knowledge? Was Buddha and pest always part of your past? Let us know in the comments below.
No.
Hey, Neo Freak. Yeah, I know. No way.
No.
My
Absolutely
my grandmother was Hungarian, and boy, she never had mentioned anything like that.
That's crazy.
Yep.
See, there's the echo again. It's probably where you're positioned. The echo's back. We probably moved, and then the echo came back.
Okay. So, well, I stayed still. I kind of walked around a little. Maybe it'll go away. But
Okay.
were you all going
It
to
did.
talk about the drones tonight?
We already did.
Oh, I missed it. Darn it.
It's okay. We didn't show anything. We just talked about the fact that they're, like, what they're trying to blame it on. Why I think they're trying to do it. Why they're doing
so
this.
weird. I mean, what in New Jersey and the government doesn't know what's happening.
No, they just
they know.
they
They're
have
full of shit.
They're saying two
They
different
call them
things
the
already.
Biden drones.
Well,
Everything's his fault.
all right.
They're saying it's Iran, and then they're also saying they're nuke seekers.
It's just more shenanigans from this corrupt administration that can't go away soon enough.
Hold on a second. I'm going to see if I can Jeff, I sent you those pictures she wants you to share. I'm
Yeah,
going
I
to see if I
already
can
have
find
them
that. Oh, okay. You guys talk about that. I'm going to see if I can find the video that popped up saying they were nuke seekers so we can play it. I have a feeling it's from Next News Network, so I'm going to look.
Jeff, can you zoom in to the traffic light?
I can try.
They don't always let you do that in Messenger.
But let me just say,
It
whoever
was.
in the chat there is saying I'll smack you, don't say that shit on our show.
What?
I will put you in timeout. Just saying.
What happened?
Somebody say I will flat smack you to somebody in the chat.
To who? To what?
I have no idea.
Oh.
The chat is fighting even though I keep telling them not to.
Yeah, when I'm here, there's zero tolerance for that shit. So cut it out.
So after you're done showing those pictures, you'll probably have to refresh Messenger, but I sent the headline of what they're saying. What they're saying
it does not
the
let me
drones
zoom
are.
in. It does
I
not
didn't
let
think
me
it was
zoom in.
going to
What are we looking at here?
Well, if you zoom in, there's the traffic light, with the green on top. The way it remembered. Many of us remember. And there's another picture too.
Yeah, that definitely is the green on top. I can see that.
Oh, good.
You don't have to zoom in. I can see it.
Jeff, you can go to the next one.
I'll try. There we go. I think. No, that's me.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, we saw that.
Whoa, why is
this?
that so? It's because you're zoomed in.
I'm not
You're up
zoomed in.
to. That's all right. Well, really quickly, that's the New
here we
Jersey
go.
thing.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
Green on top.
Yep.
All right. I really been wanting to show those for a while because it's not too easy to get those residues come by. So, yeah.
But really quick, those are great residue. But really quickly, go left, Jeff, because you were asking about this, Curiouser.
Right.
Go the one, the next one, Jeff. Go left. So Next News Network says breaking: mystery drones identified as nuke hunters.
Nuke hunters.
Is that a reliable news source, though?
And they're saying,
yes.
Who
There's
wants
any
to
left.
know? I mean,
Huh?
in New Jersey?
Yes.
What? Why?
I don't know what their I don't know exactly where their source is, but they report stuff off of Twitter. And the stuff they get off of Twitter is
why
from
would
government.
they hunt there? Why in New Jersey? I don't understand it.
I don't know. I'd have to. It's a 29-minute video, so I'm not playing it.
Okay,
So I'm letting people know it's out there if you want to see it.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure there's other sources, but that is the alert that I got earlier today. So let me see if I can see if there's any news headlines.
I mean, anything they say it is bullshit to me.
All right.
Yep, I agree.
Anymore about this?
I believe zero that comes out of
anybody
in this administration.
It could be aliens for all we know. Honestly, but I don't know. As far as the technology, I don't know if those are drones. I mean, they're showing these pictures of it flashing and everything. I don't know what the hell those are.
I think it's just as simple as the Biden administration spying on Americans again.
Okay, hold on.
And,
so one day.
Oh, go ahead.
Curiouser, I have got to mute you. The echo is so bad. Just hold on 1 second. Listen, guys. It's not muting. Why? There we go. Okay. So 1 day ago, U.S. Air Force confirms drone sightings over Ramstein Air Base in Germany as well. That was a day ago. The New York Post is reporting sophisticated drones over New Jersey could be part of Iran-China alliance and New Jersey's war with an Iranian drone mothership. That's Insider New Jersey. So they're trying to cause World War III before Trump gets in office.
Mm-hmm.
That is my opinion. Okay, I unmuted you, Curiouser. I could not handle the echo.
All right. Jeff, I wanted to tell you all something. It's kind of funny that happened. I was at work, and a customer was going to pay for his stuff, and he was like, taking his time, and he's, going up, looking at his card, and like he was like, he didn't know what to do. This older guy. And then he looked at me and he said, "Oh, I'm sorry. I had a Biden moment."
Oh, that's funny.
That was so hilarious. We were just laughing.
Hold on, guys, in the chat. Listen. I have to stop this. You can't call each other names, and you can't keep arguing back and forth. Like, that is not necessary. Just don't talk to one another. It's that simple.
Is this about the drones?
No, it has nothing to do with the drones. So I'm saying they're just arguing. One person doesn't like that someone chats too much. The other person is calling them ignorant. The other person's calling them other names. It's got to stop. I don't want that in my chat. And then Jeff said somebody threatened to slap someone. No,
Yeah.
you can't do that.
I timed out both people who were causing the problems.
I can't see that. That would probably be why I can't find it. I was trying to see what was said, but I can't see it.
Probably because I timed them out.
Oh. Okay. All right, guys. Just calm down. Enjoy the show. Answer the questions. Ignore one another. No one has to talk to one another. Okay? It's okay. Everything's going to be fine.
Well, maybe it is to make us all panic a little, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it's just more
Whoa, whoa,
bullshit
whoa,
from this
whoa.
corrupt
Yeah.
administration. That's what it is. No matter
Right.
what it is, that is what it is.
Jeff, this must be something that YouTube did. You timed him out for a full day.
Oh, no, I did that.
Oh, don't do that. I don't want people timed out for a full day.
Why not?
Because I don't want to time people out for a full day. Like a few minutes is fine, but a full day, no. Let's see.
And Liminal said they're appearing all over, not just in New Jersey. So I wonder what that means.
I just heard in New Jersey. I didn't hear they were anywhere else, but it wouldn't surprise
Yeah,
me.
I know. They're probably going to be everywhere.
Well, like I just said, they're in Germany. I've seen them in Utah, England, over the past couple days.
But it's totally appropriate that Jersey would be the first place. That would be a problem because that's just Jersey in general. One big problem.
Yeah, but anything on the East Coast would make no. Yeah, I guess it would. Anything on the East Coast would make sense, but New Jersey and New York have a lot of places of interest, and I find it ironic that Trump has a home in that area, and then his businesses are in New York, right there. And then there's the Air Force Base and stuff like that. So there's also Fort Dix, not Fort Knox, Fort Dix. So there's a lot of stuff going on in that area. I'm not sure what's in North Jersey, but I know South Jersey, But, all right, so let's move on. Jeff, what's next? Hey, Michael Fontaine.
Hey, Michael Fontaine.
Hey, Splatter. Hey, Kim Ray.
I got it ready, Sandy.
Okay. Jackie, I'm asking you to drop that kind of conversation. It's fine. We don't all have to agree on all. No one is affected by every Mandela effect. And some people are not affected by the anatomy Mandelas.
There's
It's
plenty
okay.
of Mandela effects that I'm not affected by. Some of the big ones, like GIF and Jiffy.
Same. So
Most of the big ones I am, but there's a whole bunch of them we don't all agree on. So
this is
it's
a big
okay.
one for me. You want to read it, Jeff?
Yeah, this is
Or
a warm
Curiouser,
up
do you
for.
want? I was going to ask if Curiouser wants to read one since she's rarely here.
If she can read the last one.
Last
Shoot.
one.
This is a warm up for Mandela Days 2024 because while this song is not a Christmas song, it is Mandela in the same way as a new one is for this year. At least for me, it is. Louis Armstrong's biggest hit, What a Wonderful World. It's the only hit. What is the last line of the song? What do you remember?
So, guys, I want you to write the last line of the song is that you remember. And panel, hold off on your answers. I want to see what they say first.
Okay. Did he have any other songs? I only ever heard this one, I think. This and a Christmas song that he did. That was it.
Welcome, Cobra Brent. I can't pronounce that. Brzank? Is it Brzank?
Yep.
Hold up. I'm going to actually look that up. He's saying that you misunderstood what he said.
I don't know what that means because I'm a zero earther. I could give a fuck less if it's flat or if it's round. But no, I did not know that term.
It's a flat earth term.
Yeah, I don't know or care about what shape the earth is. So
It's a
I don't know
docu-series. It's Flat Smack Films Incorporated.
I'm an oval earther. How's that?
So but what I'm saying is he was talking about a production company, a docu-series. He wasn't threatening to smack someone.
Egg shaped. There we go. It's egg shaped.
No, not the last two. All right. Daniel remembers World Who. World Who? Oh, you mean just the way he sang it? Sang the word world? What a Wonderful World for Mandanimal. Wonderful World for Michael Fontaine. What a Wonderful World for Pushing Buttons. All right, panel, you can answer now. What do you remember?
Title of the song. That's how he ends it.
All right, what about you, Curiouser?
Yeah, I just, remember What a Wonderful World. Yep.
That's what I remember too. All right. Cobra, welcome to the 1500 Club. Cobra, are you Metarine under a different account, or are you a different person? If you're Metarine, that's good. But if you're a different person, that's good too.
So, Sandy, that's a term people use for flat Earth. Is that what you were saying?
It's the name of a docu-series and a production company.
Flat Smack?
That is the name of a production company and a flat Earth docu-series.
Oh, see, that's not going to get people to believe it. If you're using terms like smack, you're it's already off-putting, and I already don't care what shape it is, just from that term alone.
But yeah, that's what it was. But Cobra says occasionally people assume things incorrectly from time to time. It's okay. All right, so we can go on because no one answered the correct line. That's not the last line of the song anymore.
What?
I think I remember it as the last line in the song. What a wonderful world.
Go ahead, Jeff.
The last line of the song has always been, yes, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world with the music playing the song out. Do you remember it like I do? If you do, this is not how the song ends.
Oh, yeah, that's how I remember it, like you do.
Yeah, me too.
Hi, Francine. Francine's in the chat, guys.
Okay. Oh, Francine's
read
here. Hey,
first?
Francine.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hi, Francine.
All right. On live recordings, TV appearances, and even remastered singles, they all end the same way that I could find. He sings, "Ooh, yeah." I have no memory
yeah.
of oh, yeah, ever being there. Do you?
No.
You guys remember Oh Yeah?
No.
Is it in the original recording? Sandy?
It's everywhere. It's everywhere. I just said it's on live. Oh, the original. I didn't play original. Yeah, it's on all the recordings I could find, including live performances, live recordings, and remastered singles. It's everywhere.
All right, let's hear that.
My life.
Is that in the original recording, though?
Yes, Jeff. It's everywhere. Everything that I found. Everything. Everything has
Wow.
Oh Yeah.
That's so wrong.
Yeah.
This is absolutely a Mandela effect for me, but is it one for you? Let me know in the comments below.
So this is the original recording that's on Apple Music, where it shows you the words as they sing it, and Oh Yeah is even in the lyrics.
No way.
Wow.
Wow. When I did a parody of this, the karaoke version we used did not have that. Because I would have ended it that way if it was there.
Yeah, it was. Did I say hi to Ryu? Hi, Ryu. Yeah. So, yeah. That I was like, why is that Oh Yeah there? And then you start to hear the music, because it was always the music played the song out, and it starts to, and then he throws in an Oh Yeah. He sings it, and then I saw him do it live on stage, and I'm like, stop it. Oh my God. So then I went to another single. I went to the original recording. I went to other live recordings. They all have Oh Yeah, all of them.
Wow.
Different ages, everything.
That's a big
one. Well, no, I saved the biggest one for last. That was sent to me by somebody who doesn't want to get. I didn't find this. Okay? But they wanted me to take the credit for it. They didn't want me to give credit. So this one is insane because we have used it as residue.
Wow.
Okay.
I agree with you.
And Moneybags has made a short using this as residue. The short makes no sense now. So here we go.
Holy.
Yep. No, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Okay, here we go. Guys, I can't take credit for this amazing find, but I was told to. So I am just going to say that someone told me something that I know for a fact is a Mandela. This is a definite Mandela. Oh my gosh. Hi, Orla Greg, who says, wow, great find, Sandy. Thank you. That's nothing. You guys, Christmas is coming up. I had to show you that one to prepare you for Christmas because there's a couple like that in the Christmas songs. And I can't. Well, there's a lot of music this year. There's a lot.
Have yourself a Mandela Little Christmas.
That's one of them. Hey, Renee. Okay, so next slide, please, for the question. It's not a question, though. Years ago, we showed this specific clip. You are seeing a picture of it, okay? Of Carl Sagan the best residue of us living in the Sagittarius aren't. Isn't it ironic? I have to break here for a minute. It's Sag-Arm Mandela Effects' birthday today. And we're talking about Sag-Arm. I just want to say it. Okay. So
Yeah.
he teaches these students in Brooklyn that we don't live in the center of our galaxy, but way out here in the Sagittarius arm. At least that's what he used to say. So yes or no in the chat. Is that what you remember him saying? Do you remember him saying that we live way out here in the Sagittarius arm? Because that's what I remember.
Yeah.
That's what you remember. Okay, Curious. What about you, Jeff?
From what I remember, that they were trying to explain that the Sagittarius arms is like the suburbs of the galaxy. And then I saw a video I didn't watch, but the headline was that we
Wait,
are...
don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it yet.
What?
Because you have like a half update. What you just said is a half update, so I don't want you to say anymore. Because I haven't gotten any answers from the chat. I got to get answers from the chat first. I got to know what they remember before you put information into them. You know? I want answers from them that doesn't lead them anywhere. And what you just said is part of the current reality. You understand?
No? Well, I'll tell you again.
Okay, so I remember way out here in the Sagittarius arm. I don't remember any of the other words that you just said. See what I'm saying? So you have part of the current reality in your memory.
No, I don't. No, I remember way out in Sagittarius too. But I'm just saying they used to call it the suburbs, meaning that it was way out. You see what I'm saying?
I do, but you don't understand
what
I'm saying.
They don't say that anymore. They're now saying the video was that we are way closer to the black hole than we think.
Okay,
like we're close to the black hole in the center now.
Okay. You'll see what I mean in a minute, though. So Mandanimal says Sagittarius arm. We're still shifting. We're always shifting. I don't think we stop. I think it's constant. I remember. All right, see, so you have the current memory preliminal of Sagittarius arm. Okay? I remember you saying the guy said it, says Ryu.
He did say it. In fact, when I tell people about this, I use that as a reference.
Renee, I'd have to see a photo of that. I'd need to see a photo of that. So if you can, please take a photo and email it to me. Because every single tag I've seen is Photoshop. Every single one. And I proved it. I even recreated them in Photoshop. So I would have to see a photo of that. I need to see the cornucopia on the Fruit of the Loom logo. I gotta see it. You gotta send it. I want to see it. All right. So now they're remembering suburbs in the chat. You can go on. He's supernatural. So pause it. Oh, there's two videos and you just skip the other one.
The nearby stars, the ones you...
There we go.
Pause it though.
And if we did look down the Milky Way galaxy, where would the sun and nearby stars be?
We're in the wrong one.
Would it be in the center?
We're in the wrong one. It should be money bags and you're on the full clip. And then I said pause it when it starts playing. I don't want it to play. I want to read it first. Okay.
See, where would the sun and nearby...
And it's still playing the other clip, so you got to take it out. Yeah, if you skip from one video, I think that's what triggers the bug. If there's two videos next to each other and you skip to the second one, it starts playing the first and keeps playing it.
Hold on.
And I think that's what happens. Preliminal, we're going to need to double check that, because if this residue is gone, that residue might be gone too. I took a screenshot. I am too, Boris. I'm so triggered tonight. Okay. Oh no, 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 no.
What? That's
Oh
the
my
one we're up
God.
to.
No, not you, not you. My thing double clicked on my screen and it banned you from the studio, but you're still here, so it's okay.
Well, maybe I
It's
should
not-
be banned. I'm a bad boy.
Yeah, well, it may make you authenticate to enter again. So just give you a heads up. All right, so guys, at the top, the title reads, this is Moneybag Short, okay? Neil deGrasse Tyson and Carl Sagan recall us on the Sagittarius arm in the outskirts. Okay, that's the title. Moneybag 73 even made a short about it. But if you watch it today, his short doesn't make sense. Carl Sagan no longer says Sagittarius arm at all. Anywhere. He says in the suburbs, the countryside. There is no Sagittarius arm in his clip anymore.
Oh, now I see why you said what you said.
Yeah, like stop with the suburbs thing. That's part of the update. There was no suburbs in my past, ever.
Yeah, well,
He
they
never
took
said
out.
the suburbs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. They took out Sagittarius arm. Or they took out it, or it's gone, I should say.
I understand,
It's
but what
gone.
I'm saying is you have a melding of the old reality with the new reality. You're
I know,
saying
but
suburbs.
the point being that the Sagittarius arm thing is gone now.
Yes, but what I'm
No
saying is
matter
the
what
chat
the
all started saying
suburbs is.
suburbs. But
Yeah,
the
I don't know what
chat
the
all started
suburbs.
saying it.
I
That's why.
assumed the suburbs meant way, way out, but whatever.
Mandanimal says no suburbs for me. Not for me either. I could see outskirts, but not suburbs. But this is Moneybags. This is part of Moneybag Short. It plays. So you can hear him say it.
And if we did look down the Milky Way galaxy, where would the sun and nearby stars be? Would it be in the center where things look important or at least well lit? No. We would be way out here in the suburbs, in the countryside of the galaxy.
Yeah, well,
Exactly.
history would change.
That's what I mean.
And if we did look down the
There's
Milky Way
a pause.
galaxy,
There's a pause. And Sagittarius arm would take up the same amount of talking space
Yes.
as suburbs.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's gone. It just I mean, it's just a new reality gone or whatever. I don't know, but it's gone.
Well, on the next slide, and hit pause right away if you can.
Try. Not coming up.
the nearby
There we go.
And just so no one says Moneybags used the wrong clip, he didn't. Here is the whole segment. No mention of the Sagittarius arm at all. And this is the one that we used for residue.
Wow.
This is the clip. Him in the classroom pointing to the map. This is the clip. We showed it many times over the years. This is completely wrong. So go ahead, hit play.
nearby stars, the ones you can see with the naked eye, those are all in what's called the solar neighborhood. That's really what astronomers call it, the neighborhood. But it's a very tiny place in the Milky Way galaxy. The Milky Way is that band of light that you see across the sky on a clear night. I can't tell if there are any more clear nights in Brooklyn, but you must have seen the Milky Way, right? Faint band of light at night. Well, that's just 100 billion
Pause that a
stars,
second.
all seen together, edge on, as in this picture.
When do you think the last time Brooklyn saw the Milky Way? Because I'm going to say like the 1800s. I'm going to say. I can't even, no. No. Him even saying that they should be able to see the Milky Way in Brooklyn is insane to me. I just wanted to point that out because that's impossible.
Yeah, I know, right? What a dumb thing to say.
I have never seen the Milky Way. I have never seen more than 100 stars in the sky.
No. I don't know
the times that I could have been able to see
where it can be seen.
I
somewhere.
didn't think to look up. Like when I was in the middle of the ocean on a cruise ship, when I was in South Dakota, I didn't think to look up. And I'm kicking myself for it. But I've never seen more than 100 stars in the sky. And that's pushing it. It's probably about 15 to 20 on a good night in Philly. So, anyway, I just wanted to point that out. Go ahead. Go ahead, let it play.
Sandy, you need a telescope.
If you could get out of the Milky Way galaxy and look down on it, it would look like that picture. And if we did look down the Milky Way galaxy, where would the sun and nearby stars be? Would it be in the center where things look important or at least well lit? No. We would be way out here in the suburbs, in the countryside of the galaxy. We're not in any important place.
Suburbs.
All the stars you could see would be in a little place like that.
In the
And the Milky Way would be the band of light, 100 billion stars all together. The fact that we live in the outskirts of the galaxy was discovered long time ago, towards the end of the First World War, by a man named Harlow Shapley, who was mapping the position of these clusters of stars. See, every one of these is a bunch of maybe 10,000 stars all together. It's called a globular cluster. And you can see that they are centered around the middle, the center of the galaxy. People used to think that the sun was at the center of the galaxy, something important about our position. It turns out to be wrong. We live in the outskirts. The globular clusters are centered around the marvelous middle of the Milky Way galaxy. And then it turned out that this isn't the only galaxy. We live in this one, but there are many others.
Well, Sandy, you see what I'm saying? There's a video titled, "We're closer to the black hole than we think."
No, I get what you're saying. I was just saying don't say the words, keep saying the word suburbs while they're still answering. That's all I was saying.
Oh, okay, because you were going to share that. But
I didn't want to influence the chat. That's all.
I honestly remember less stars than I see now. When I look up in the sky, I can see more stars. A lot of them closer and brighter. And I swear we're in a different place and I used to see the Little Dipper all the time and I never saw it again, but we're in a different place. And I have studied the sky a lot at night. And honestly, it doesn't look the same. It never looks the same. It's like we are traveling somewhere. We're somewhere else.
And that doesn't surprise me at all.
Because it's different. And I've always felt like that it's different. Anyway.
Yes, we have talked about that preliminary. Well, we're actually not in the dwarf galaxy. There's conflicting reports because none of it's true anyway, in my opinion. But the Sagittarius dwarf galaxy is underneath us currently, according to the current science. And we are still in the Orion Spur. But yeah, some reports say it's colliding with us. Other reports say we're in the Sagittarius armed dwarf galaxy. There's all different reports because they don't know because none of it's real, in my opinion. So that's my opinion with that one. But yeah, also, yeah, Daniel says that is truly wild, Sandy. I distinctly remember all the hubbub going around about the Sagittarius arm. And I remember the Mandela effect as it relates to the Sagittarius arm. Right. And we all showed this clip over and over. Moneybags made a short with the clip because he said Sagittarius arm, and now he doesn't. That's why I'm saying this is 100% a Mandela. 100%, at least for me. And apparently it's changed more than once because some of you remember suburbs. And he says that now. I don't. I remember him saying that we live in the outskirts in the Sagittarius arm. I do not remember suburbs. I do not remember countryside. That's totally new for me. And the way it pauses and takes up the exact amount of time it would take to say the outskirts on the Sagittarius arm is insane. That's insane. It's insane. There's a pause there. A pause. Yep. Like I can't. So our best piece of residue ever has been stolen by the Mandela effect. Yep. Thank you, RS, who doesn't want me to give him credit, for sharing this find. Let me know what you guys remember in the comments below. Wow. And that is the end of the new stuff.
Super crazy. Wow.
Yeah.
Super crazy. Oh my God. Oh.
Yeah, so there's just a bunch of and Christmas is just as crazy, guys. That's why I wanted to show you It's a Wonderful World tonight. And I want to show you a couple Christmas rewinds, but I got to check. Hold on. I'm sending a text message. So, really quickly, Jeff, I am going to send you a link to a short Christmas one that I think I made it for Spaced Out Radio, but he didn't show. I made all these short things for Spaced Out Radio, and he didn't show any of them because they were audio. So I thought he could show them, but I think it was a copyright issue where he couldn't show them. Do you know what I'm talking about, Jeff?
No.
I think it was a copyright issue is why Dave didn't show the things I sent him. Because there's things that I'm going to be presenting, and I want the songs fresh in people's minds. And we covered that one recently. I'm looking for the other one. Oh, where is it? Give me 1 second, guys. It's not one that we covered recently. That's why I'm having an issue. Shoot. I can't find it. That's what I hate about these. Sometimes they're in the wrong place. I have really got to reorganize some stuff. We just covered that one. Where is that one? I don't know. I guess I'll just pick one to do and then we'll call it a night. I can't find it. Is this it? No. All right, this doesn't have the music in it. It's just slides. So I'm going to send this to you because this one's related. And Messenger is frozen. Of course it is. There it goes. All right, Jeff, I sent it to you in Messenger. Oh, thank you, Michael Fontaine. There is something I want to show. I think it's fake. Actually, Jeff, hold off on that. I'm going to send you something else. I'm going to send you something instead. Because Esther sent me something that... Oh, it's echoing again. I'm going to send you a video, Jeff, that Esther sent me. That looks like it's real, but I can't find it anywhere. So it's a 36-second video. It's sending. All right, it should have sent to your messenger. So I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I think this is going to be. I think this is going to. Curious, or I have to mute you because the echo. I'm sorry. It's just me who's echoing. Oh, 1 second. Okay, so really quickly to explain this. Esther sent me a doll for Christmas to cover that we thought was ridiculous. But we couldn't definitely say it was a Mandela because we weren't alive then. But I can't find this doll. And you know what it looks like to me? It looks like something that would have been like on Saturday Night Live. But I did find a doll that did do that thing. You're going to see it in a second. Oh, Curious or left. All I did was mute her for a second. So I'll explain after we watch this. So here we go. If anyone recognizes this doll, let me know in the chat. Yeah, Jeff, hit play.
If I can find it.
It's on the
there it is.
left.
Meet the newest member of the Finality family of dolls, Baby Upchuck. Just think of all the fun she'll be, and you'll learn from her too. Say goodbye to boredom when jolly Baby Upchuck comes along. This rascal's eager to delight you, day and night, like a real baby, with their surprise regurgitations and retching noises. You don't even need batteries or imagination. She comes with 10 wipe-up rags and 4 vials of vomit. Baby Upchuck, by Finality.
Still be sweet little baby.
Okay, stop it.
What the hell?
So, number one, why is there a little child in a bathing suit in this commercial? I got an issue with that. Number two, it looks like a Saturday Night Live thing. Doesn't this look like a Saturday Night Live thing?
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's the thing. It does seem like a gag skit, but the problem is, I don't remember these from back then. I don't remember gag skits back then. So here's what I think this is. I don't think it's Baby Upchuck. I think the Baby Upchuck was added in later. I think this is Baby Alive. The first iteration of Baby Alive vomited. So I think this is a Baby Alive commercial. I'm trying to find it. But I was putting it out there in case anyone actually remembers the Baby Upchuck.
They did have skits like that. I mean, I have movies from the 70s where they did stuff like that. They were literally skit movies.
Really?
Yeah. So Kentucky Fried Movie is a good example from the late 70s. It was all skits. So yeah, this has always been a thing, but as a skit, not as a real doll.
Mrs. Beasley from the Family Affair show, which is also a Mandela effect. Yes, Teresa Lynch found that 4 years ago. And Supernatural says, yeah, like the Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah. And there were a lot of movies just like that back then that were just skits, but that wasn't one of them. So I don't know what that could be from, if that's a skit.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Can you do me a favor off screen? Oh, Curiouser's back. Let me add her in. There you go. Curiouser?
Yeah.
There's no echo. That's great. Yes. Jeff, off stage, can you search 1960s, 70s baby alive doll? I want everyone to notice the pink dress and then the blonde hair. The bib can be added on. But can you just show us in Google some baby alive dolls from the 60s and 70s? Or the original baby alive doll, more specifically, like Google the original baby alive doll, because I have a feeling that's what that is. Because the original baby alive doll vomited, and then they took that feature out because parents didn't obviously want to clean that stuff up.
Let's see. I didn't even know it was around back then. Baby Alive is an 80s thing for me.
Yeah, it goes back to the 60s.
Okay, so
I didn't want to do a whole presentation on a doll that wasn't real, so I'm like, let me just show this here. Wait. Oh, Francine, you remember Baby Alive. You don't remember Baby Upchuck, though, right? Is it okay to share your screen?
Yeah.
All right, so we see the pink dress. There it is. See the bottom left in the blue with the blue background? The pink dress with the white at the top. No, not that one. I'm not talking about the box. Scroll down. The next image.
Oh. What's it doing to me here? What image are you talking about?
Right there. The next image. The one with the big, right there. The big one with the blue. Blue background. Doll out of the box. Yes. So, that kind of looks like the doll in the commercial to me. Wearing a white bib. It also has long, there's all different clothes for these dolls. They could put them in all different clothes. But the face, it's the shape of the face. So I do think it's a Baby Alive doll in a skit for Baby Upchuck. In my opinion. That's what I think it is.
Well, let's see. Baby Upchuck, real or fake?
I tried that. It said it's real. It said it's real, but go ahead, Google Baby Upchuck. There's no Baby Upchuck. The only thing that comes up is that commercial on Facebook. That's it.
Yeah, it says it's real.
I know it does, but it's not real. Try to find another image of it that's not that commercial from Facebook.
Gag.com.
Gag. It's from Gag.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a fake skit.
Yeah, I knew that couldn't be real.
Yeah, so I'm saying it's a fake skit. I think the doll, though, is Baby Alive. Because, like I said, the first iteration of Baby Alive did vomit. You feed the baby food, and normally it comes out the other end. But the first iteration also had it come up. And that's what I thought. Yeah, Supernatural says, wow, so it was a skit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was suspicious because of one, what that box next to that girl in the bathing suit. Why is she wearing a bathing suit? I didn't like that at all. And then the box of homemade. And then the doll vomited in the box, out of the box. And what parent is going to buy a child a doll that vomits in the middle of the night, waking their daughter up? No one. No one is buying that doll. You know what I'm saying? Or a doll that's just going to vomit in the car while you're driving. No.
So check
no
this
one's going to
out.
buy that doll.
I found an article talking about how it is real, and it was from the 80s. With all kinds of information about it.
Let's see it. Well, we can obviously see that it wasn't the 80s. That was not the 80s.
Yeah. Well, this article says it was. And it goes into detail about it.
That's what I'm saying. You want to share it?
Have to find it.
I think we are finding one of the first verifiable false information put out on the internet. Like AI generated BS. Like we are catching it in action. In my opinion.
Hold on, I gotta see this real quick. Then I'll tell you if it's something that we need to show.
Guys, this is the last time I'm going to say it. Just stop talking to one another. I don't want fights going on in my chat. You are allowed to believe different things. We are all allowed to believe different things. There's like 40 different theories on the Mandela effect. There are flat earthers, and there are people who believe it's a globe. There are people who believe it's an egg. There are people who believe it's a dome. There are people who believe it's hollow. We all have different beliefs.
There are people who couldn't care less about the shape of the earth like me.
Yeah, and we need to share those beliefs with each other. Then we can choose what we want to believe, because that's just sharing our own beliefs that we want to do. It's good. It's a good thing.
Yes, Jackie, I agree. You should be able to say what you believe, but it's the responses back and forth that I'm having a problem with. It's the way you guys are responding to each other. I just don't respond to one another. Just stop talking. Turn the other cheek, so to speak. I did not mean that for that to rhyme at all. I'm sorry.
So anyway, it's claiming that commercial is from 1983. I don't believe that. Real or fake.
Can you show us the article, please?
I can't find it. It only shows up on my phone. It doesn't show up on the computer.
Yes, Jackie, that is an option you can do. You can block them so you don't see their messages. That is fine. Just don't block them from my channel. I'm talking about you block them personally. Oh, I know you haven't, Jackie. No, I know that. I'm just saying, make sure, because I don't know what you guys see when you do that. Like on my end, I can block them from the channel. Like if I'm on, for example, if I am on Jeremy Orr's channel, right? I can block them from his channel. I have that ability. I won't do that because it's his channel, and he will lose a subscriber if I do that. You see what I'm saying? I don't know what you guys can see or not with the wrench. So I'm just saying, be careful that you're blocking them from you and not the channel. That's all. But curious here, those traffic lights, they're hard to find. Those are great.
Yeah,
those
yeah.
are really hard to find.
Yeah, I'm glad I found them. Yeah. I'm glad to show them on your show. I know.
Agree, Daniel. Daniel says people engaging in the chat should be trying to further the online discussion and facilitating the host to create a pleasurable experience for everyone. Yeah, that's why if someone's being rude to you, block them. And then if someone's talking back to you, block them too. You guys can just block one another. It's okay. I'm not going to be upset if you block one another. Just don't argue in the chat. That's all I ask. Jackie, you say because I'm right, but they believe they are right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she's trying to say it's not a matter of who's right or wrong. We're trying to share here. We're sharing. We're sharing each other's beliefs. We're not who's right or wrong. It's not a part of this at all. I'm just saying, Sandy.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you.
Right.
Plus, there's no way to know who's right. There's no way to prove it.
Right.
All we know is there's something strange going on that's unexplained.
Mm-hmm.
That's all we know. That's all we're ever going to know.
For a fact, yeah. Hey, Go-Kart Bob. And that is the thing. It's not about there is no one is right and no one is wrong. We're like Curiouser was saying, we are sharing ideas, and I'm here to show you what I'm seeing. That is it. You don't have to agree with me. You don't have to believe me. I see stuff and I share it with you, and then you take that information and do with it what you will. Believe what you want. I don't believe we live in a matrix, okay?
Not either.
But I'm not going to tell somebody that does believe we live in a matrix that they're wrong.
Right.
All I'm going to say is that I don't believe that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And the same thing with the Earth thing. I'm not going to tell anybody they're wrong, round, flat, whatever you want to believe. I personally don't give a crap.
But Jeff doesn't know everything.
Right.
So they could be right, and he wouldn't know.
I've looked into both, and I don't know what to believe. And I
Right.
don't.
Yeah, keep that open. Some things you just don't know. I know. So, but if somebody's right, you don't even know if they're right or not because there's no proof or evidence. Or
Right. Now, I will say there's a lot of good points made to prove it could be flat. There's a lot of stuff that I've seen that could
And
prove.
that's what I mean by sharing. Once you share the information, you can reach your own conclusions and beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to argue about it.
And then there are some arguments that it could be round.
Guys, I see all, hold on, I'm sorry, Jeff. I see all the messages. It's okay. I can see everything. I'm just saying. The only thing I'm saying. I have to cough. The only thing I'm saying is that there's no need to be arguing back and forth in the chat. It doesn't matter who started it. It doesn't matter because I guarantee all it took was responding back. Just don't. All I'm saying is agree to disagree and move on. Focus on the show instead of on the chat. Don't engage. That's all. If someone's upsetting you, don't engage with them. And if they're really upsetting you, just block them. It's that simple. It's that simple. There's no need to be arguing in the chat because it distracts the whole show away from the show. The entire it derails everything. I mean, literally about a quarter of the show was talking about arguing in the chat. And I don't want that.
You know what's neat to think is that if you think of say you think of the most intelligent beings out in the universe that you can think of, the most intelligent, just very intelligent. Even to them, there would be unknowns. And more intelligent than them, there's still unknowns. There's always unknowns. Always.
Yeah.
It doesn't
But that's
matter
what I'm saying.
how intelligent.
We are never, we have no way of ever knowing. I can't think of a single way that we're going to be able to find out what's causing the Mandela effect.
I know.
It will always be theory.
Yeah. Right now we're just speculating and it helps.
It helps. It does.
Yeah.
And it's like for example, Jackie says that nothing is real. I disagree with that. But I'm not going to tell Jackie she's wrong. I just don't believe that. I don't believe that nothing is real. But I do believe that, well, I told you guys what I believe. I believe we're shifting timelines. I believe there's good versus evil at work. I believe that Jesus and Satan are battling and we're feeling it and seeing it. And we could possibly be in the end times. I believe we've shifted Earths. We are on a different version of Earth, in my opinion. It's the only thing that explains for me the shifting of the continents, the changing color of the sun, the fact that Curiouser sees different stars in the sky. I mean, so many different things that can't be explained by a shifting timeline, like South America being a whole continent to the east. And then in that TV series that we'd never heard of, Goodnight Beantown, it's curved up and literally east of Florida and Georgia. That's insane. That's a reality I've never seen before until that TV series. I mean, the only thing that explains that for me, and there's also more. Here, I'll give you a couple more reasons why I think we're on an earlier version
And
of Earth.
I believe some things are real and some things are unreal. Like, I don't believe everything's unreal, but I believe there's a certain amount of things that aren't real, for
I
sure.
agree.
Definitely.
But I don't believe nothing is real.
Yeah, there's got to be some, something.
Right. Like,
Core
I know
reality or
I'm
whatever.
real. Hey, Red
Yeah.
Storm.
Base
Red Storm.
reality.
Red
But
Storm.
anyway.
You're in the chat. I have to ask Red Storm something.
Yeah.
Red Storm. Oh, wait, I already asked you this. Never mind. Never mind. I already asked you. It was about the donation. The person's Cash App had red in it. Had RRED or something like that. So that's why I thought it was you. But anyhow, I'll give you a couple more examples. So growing up as a kid, all right, I used to spend a lot of summers down at the Jersey Shore. Not the fake Jersey Shore from the TV series. I mean, it really is the Jersey Shore, but that's North Jersey. I'm not about South Jersey. I'm talking about Atlantic City, Ventnor, Wildwood, Cape May, those areas, Ocean City. The ocean was brown. Okay? Straight up brown. The water looked brown. Okay? You'd stand on the beach and the ocean looked brown. When the ocean came up on the beach, it was clear. But in out in the depths, it was brown. Okay? It's not anymore. It's blue. It's like a deep, dark blue. It's not clear. You can't see through it like in the Caribbean. It's like a deep, dark blue. Okay? The Delaware River also was brown. It is now blue. So for me, the air and the water is cleaner here. That's also why I think we're on an earlier version of Earth. Maybe in the future, waters recede and there's land at the North Pole. Because if you look at the ocean topography that they show up at the North Pole, it looks like there could be an island under there, like land that's very deep underwater. There's all these animals that were extinct in my past, like the dingo, that are not extinct in this reality. And I wouldn't say that's a shifting timeline. I would say an earlier version of Earth would have us with animals that did not go extinct yet. See what I'm saying? All these new plants, all these new bugs. I mean, I get it. I will never say that animals and bugs and plants and stuff like that are all Mandelas, because there's always new stuff to be discovered, because there's so I know we haven't explored like 90% of the rainforest. We haven't even explored like 99% of the ocean. So I mean, yeah, we're gonna find new stuff. I get that. But when I find something and it says we've known about this creature for like 50 years and I've never heard of it or seen of it before, that's when I usually think it's the Mandela. But like I said, that also leads me to believe that we're on an earlier version of Earth. And for those of you that have not heard my theory, the reason why I started thinking this was because, according to science, people like Carl Sagan, there is a chunk missing from the Sagittarius arm. Again, they claim, I have no proof of this. I don't know if it's true, but they're claiming that a chunk is missing and they don't know where it went. It's gone. And I believe we were in that chunk. And something bad happened there, and God saved us. And the way he saved us was to transport us to an earlier version of Earth. The reason why I think it was God is because, for me, that is the only being that is capable of doing that, of saving us that way. So I believe God did that. And I believe we are on an earlier version of Earth. Because in the future, our white sun, which is not a white dwarf, by the way, it's just a white sun, will be yellow. in the future.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It's interesting that the sun is white to many of us, and we used to remember a yellow sun, which is what the sun would be looking like in the future, which is really weird.
And some people remember an orange and even red sun, which is crazy.
Yeah, because in the future it's going to change more and more to yellow, orange than red.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then also, besides the continents being in different places than what I remember, for me, Tasmania was not an island, and it was spelled with a Z, not an S. Now I could see in Australia, because just like in Europe, you know how like in the UK, they spell realize with an S, but we spell it with a Z. I don't know if you're aware of that. There's a lot of words between UK English and American English where we put a Z, but they still use an S. Realize is one of those words. Tasmania could have been like that. But in my past, Tasmania was always spelled with a Z. And it was connected to the mainland. It was not an island. There also weren't 10,000 billion islands out in the Pacific. The Pacific was a very desolate, empty place.
That's weird that those islands. And when Sandy was telling me about this theory a long time ago, I have found something that I remember. I have a picture of what the Earth would look like in millions of years from now, and guess where South America was? Just below North America.
That's what I'm saying. In the future, the continents shift.
Weird.
And it looks like our old Earth. And that's why I believe we're on an earlier version of Earth.
Yeah,
but there's
that
also
makes sense, but I don't know.
But there's also the solar system. So in my past, the only planet that we were told had rings was Saturn, right? But they all do now.
Yeah,
like Jupiter. So weird. Yeah, Jupiter's rings, Neptune, Uranus. They all have rings. Well, over time, those rings will disappear because they fall to the planet. So maybe if we were in a future version of Earth, I'm not saying we're in the future, by the way. I'm not saying we're in the past. I'm saying our now is on an earlier version of Earth. The only thing newer is the Earth. Again, this is just my belief. Also, Venus, the color that they tell us it is, and Mars are wrong for me. Mars was the red planet. It's orange. It's not really red. And Venus, in my past, was like a yellowy green, and now it's brown. But again, that could just be them changing, because look, I don't trust a lot. When it comes to space, I don't believe a lot of it. I don't believe a lot of it.
Sandy, I gotta hop off of here.
Okay. It's okay. We're not showing anything else. We're just talking. So if you want to go.
All right. I'm going to say goodnight to everybody. Have a good night, and thanks for watching.
All right. Good night, Jeff.
Good night, Jeff. Good night, Sandy.
Good night. All right. So as I was saying, there was one other thing I was going to say. I forget what it is, but that proves to me, because it's not that it proves to me. It's that none of the theories that were out there, explained those type of Mandelas to me. Going through timelines, that explains Kit Kat losing its dash. Shifting timelines explains Curious George losing a tail and the Monopoly Man losing a monocle. That's fine and dandy. But shifting timelines doesn't explain South America where it is now. Not only that, there's like a chain of islands. Sometimes it's depicted like it's connected, like the tip of the eastern tip of South America is connected to the Yucatan Peninsula almost with a chain of islands. They're new for me. They were never there. Cuba is gigantic now. It was never that big. Ever. There was never an Isle of Pines, and now it was this huge American colony in Cuba. All these things that shifting timelines didn't explain for me. And like I said, I can't believe in the Matrix theory. And I again will reiterate for those of you that are new. The Matrix theory would imply that because we are aware, okay? Because we are aware, I feel, especially with the amount of Mandelas I see and stuff like that, that I should have some control over that. That I should have some way to affect things around me if it were a computer simulation. So for those of you that don't know, I live in bed 90% of every day. Okay? I don't believe that I would be sick if I were living in a matrix. I believe I would have been able to find a cure, find a doctor who knows how to treat it, something. That I would manifest a doctor, something. Anything. I cannot believe that, because implying that the Matrix theory to me implies that in some way I'm keeping myself sick, and I refuse to believe that. The Matrix theory is the only other theory that could explain everything. And to me, that's too easy. Now, granted, they say that the easiest answer is usually the correct answer. I will give you that. And that's why I won't tell you you're wrong. I'm just saying I can't believe that. But yeah, so combined with the missing chunk of the Sagittarius arm where we remember being, the new arms, there's new arms like the Norma arm. All the arms have new names like Sagittarius, Carina. It's not just Sagittarius anymore. Like we were talking about, the animals, the plants, the bugs, the sea life. You okay, Curiouser?
Yeah, thank you.
The cleaner water, the cleaner air. When was the last time you heard about acid rain and the hole in the ozone layer? It just disappeared. No one talks about that anymore.
Yeah, something about the air is different. Yeah, I always felt like it was like on an alien planet or something. The atmosphere is just everything.
Even the composition of the atmosphere is different from what I remember. Like the number one chemical, I believe, is nitrogen now. And I don't recall that. Guys, I'm not even seeing the chat. I'm so sorry. I am way down. Wow. And then there's also like the time change. Everything seems to be moving faster. I don't know. There's just so much.
Oh, what if we went into a black hole? Now, the thing about that is, not to be scary, that we're in a black hole, but we could come out a white hole. That would be maybe into another universe or something. I don't know.
Now that I do believe. I do believe there could be an intelligence behind this, because I do see messages sometimes. But again, I truly believe that the Mandela effect, this switching timelines, could be the result of evil, and Jesus, God, is giving us the eyes to see it.
Well,
to see it and remember.
That's what it kind of like what I'm saying about a black hole and a white hole. You go in a black hole where it's chaotic, then the white hole would seem to be more orderly into a different universe. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does, and that's a Mandela as well. I don't remember there being a white hole. A white hole
Well, no,
is a Mandela for me.
that's a new theory. It's kind of new that there's perhaps a white hole behind the black hole that that can't really be detected in this universe, but could go out to another universe that acts as the opposite. It pushes everything away, and you just kind of go out of it. And I don't know, but it's
Yeah, it's one of
it's
the
interesting.
theories. It's one of the theories for the creation of the universe. Is
Yeah,
that
it's interesting. Yeah, to
yeah?
think about, and yeah, that that there are infinite number of universes, and that white holes can be ways, kind of portals, or whatever you want to call it. The other side of a black hole, whatever. But I don't know. The fact that they don't know all this is what's interesting. So they don't know. They have no way of knowing what's inside of a black hole, but they know that the laws in physics are not the same. That could be something to think about, because the laws of physics are acting funny. And
Yeah. Speaking of, um, I'm gonna need you guys in the chat to that do not believe gravity exists. Just to bear with me on this one. I'm going by my memory of seeing a video years ago on YouTube. So I'm just talking about the video. Just go with me. Just follow me on this for a second. Ignore the fact that I have to talk about gravity. Okay? There was an experiment where they dropped a ball with a feather, and they showed that the ball hit the ground before the feather, but in a vacuum they hit at the same time. Okay? The video has been Mandela'd, and so has physics on Earth, because now that video shows obviously the ball hitting the ground before the feather under normal circumstances, but in the vacuum, the feather hits the ground before the ball. They don't land at the same time. And it's not a feather. It's like a whole full-blown feather duster. There's like 100 feathers. It's insane. So that's a Mandela for me as well. But that's physics not matching up to the physics of when I saw that video years ago. You see what I'm saying? So that physics is altered. I wish I could remember. There was an important point I wanted to make of something that was different, that, supports my we're on a new version of Earth, and I cannot remember what it was going to say. And that's going to drive me crazy all night, guys. But even like the Van Allen belt, in this reality, it's Van Allen belts. There's multiple. They change size and shape. And sometimes there's 3 of them. And then sometimes there's 2. But there's never one. It's belts now. In my past, there was one belt. Well, maybe on this earlier version of Earth, the you guys can't see me do air quotes, but because I am very suspicious of space. But, maybe in this version of Earth, in space, there are, on the earlier version, there's more belts because the field is different. Who knows? So yeah, there's a lot of reasons that things that could not be explained by shifting timelines. But there are plenty of things that can be explained by shifting timelines. And that's why I think it's multifaceted. I think we're all right and we're all wrong. I think that every theory has a piece that is the answer. And together, our theories make bits and pieces of our theories, if we put them together, would puzzle up to be what's really happening. That's my opinion. You don't have to agree. I'm just saying. Like, but the only, like, another thing I don't believe in, I don't think that time travel's involved. I could be wrong, but for me, I don't think that's it. I don't know. It's just, all I'm saying, going back to the original point, is that we all believe different things. But the one thing that ties us together, at least in my community, is that we see the Mandela effect. And I believe most of you want to keep up with the new Mandela effects because you believe it's important. Like I believe it's important. I don't understand people who say that they don't matter anymore. I don't understand that because nothing prior to the Mandela effect, nothing in reality should be able to be changed in any shape, way, or form. Any way, shape, or form. Reality should be static. Okay? Like, right now I'm holding my phone. Okay? My phone should always be this color. It should always be this version. And so far, knock on wood, I've never had anything personal like that be Mandela. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, South America should have always stayed below North America. That shouldn't have shifted, but it did. And I don't care if it's a period that shouldn't be there. If something shouldn't be there, that's important to me. Because none of that should happen. But in where we are now, it does. Because the Mandela effect exists where we are now. I don't feel like fighting and arguing is productive. It just divides people. And it causes problems. And it just wastes time.
Yeah, we need to keep ourselves stable during this time too. And you know, the Mandela effect subject is an ongoing subject. It's not something that, okay, well, we figured it out, but it's something that just is always interesting. So it's not, I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
like, I mean, it is interesting, but it's also upsetting at times.
oh yeah, I know. And
And
I know.
for new people, like that's the other reason why I think continuing to show the new ones is important. Because there are new people joining us all the time who are, like, I've been going through this since 2016. A lot of people woke up to this in 2016. But then there are people who woke up to this years before the internet. And there are people who are waking up to it yesterday, today. And they're coming to us just as lost as I felt in 2016. And that's why I continue to do this. I want to be a place where they can come and help them understand that, one, they're not alone, and two, as much as possible, what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
And show them they're not crazy. You're not crazy. Like, we remember this too. But ever since 2016, actually I would say 2017, 2018, it used to be just one or the other. Like, people remember Curious George with a tail and without a tail. And that's it. And then we started seeing Mandela effects where 3, 4, 5 different realities. None of us agree 100% on every Mandela. And none of us are affected by every Mandela.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no one right and there's no one wrong. And I know that bothers some people. They say it's an excuse. Oh, it's just an out for you guys. But that's the way it is, though, because people have different experiences.
Yeah, I have one that I feel like I'm all alone in. And I mean, this one other person that mentioned this, and I'm like, what reality was I in when I remember clearly Coca-Cola being spelled C-O-K-E, cola, C-O-L-A, and I'm like, what? Nobody else remembers this one. No one. I'm all alone in it.
Wait, C-O-K-A, because it's Coca, or it was Coca-Cola.
C-O-K-E. No, C-O-K-E. Coke. And then C-O-L-A. Coca-Cola.
Oh, wow. Does anyone in
Yeah.
the chat remember Coca-Cola?
Yeah. I'm all alone in it. And I don't tell everybody they're wrong and I'm right. I just know I was in a reality where I saw it like that, and that's that.
Wow. I'll look for residue of that. I think that's the first time you told me that one.
Oh, yeah. That's a real weird one for me. Most of Mandela effects, I at least know 2 or more people that agree. But this one, there was one other person, and that's it. But
I
anyway.
have one that I'm completely alone on, but no one will convince me that I misheard it or misremembered it. And that's a Christmas song. Hold on, I'm trying to remember. Is it Happy Holidays? Give me a minute, guys. I got it singing in my head. It's the one that goes, I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some home blank pumpkin pie. I was the only person who remembered it the way I do. And I have only found one single piece of residue in all the years that I've been doing this. And every holiday, I search for new residue and can't find any. One piece of residue, and that's it.
Hey, Sandy, I think there's some people that are thinking they remember what Coca-Cola.
No, they're saying what cola? I feel.
No,
Oh, there you go.
No, a couple people said they feel like they remember. What is that? Supernatural, and
that's the only one. The other one says no
no,
Coca-Cola from me.
No, Man Animal said it sounds familiar. But anyway, yeah, that was
I
a
missed
brief
that.
time.
I see
And
it.
I remember looking straight at the cans thinking, what a funny thing. Why are they spelling it like that? I remember that. And it was a brief period. And all that, I'm not into soda. I don't drink it much. But all the other times, it was spelled something different. So, yeah, it's definitely changed for me.
Hey, Josh. Josh Phoenix is in the chat. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm scrolling to see if I missed anybody because I missed Josh. Josh jumped in the chat. Kimberly F is here as well. Hello. Jim from Florida. Excuse me. Jim from Florida is here as well, too. Hey, guys. I was just talking and not even looking at the chat. I'm sorry. Let's see. Scrolling down. So Mandanimal says made, and that is what it is. Scrolling down. Splatter remembers Coke with a K-E, but cola. Coke, cola.
Yeah.
Kimberly says, I definitely remember people calling it Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I remember it's being spelled that way too, right on the cans. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Red Storm, here, I'll put Josh Phoenix on the screen. You don't see him?
Who? Huh?
Josh Phoenix. He says, but get this, everyone, in the movie Starship Troopers, the location of the Earth is on the very outer edge. The location of the fictional system in the movie that the arachnoid aliens are Klendathu is the exact location of this Earth. That's weird. Oh, you do now? Okay, good. No problem. For me, Mandanimal was the only one who answered. Thank you, Mandanimal. I swear to you, up and down, you could hear the K, clear as day. Again, didn't mean for that to rhyme. It was, I met a man who lives in Tennessee, and he was headed for Pennsylvania and some home-baked pumpkin pie. I'm going to cough again. Yeah, so home-baked pumpkin pie for me. Again, I only found one single piece of residue, and that was it. I've never found another piece ever since. And so far, I'm the only person who remembers home-baked pumpkin pie. Man, I cannot stop coughing. But is there anything else you want to talk about before we go, Curiouser?
No, but I know there's also something people may want to know about I know it's not everywhere on the media or anything, but there is a lot of Earth changes going on, like, the atmosphere, what is that called? Jesus, slipped my mind.
The magnetic field?
Yeah, magnetic field, thank you, is weakening. So, the Earth may be in the process of a pole shift or a magnetic change. Now, when that happens, there's a possibility of a lot more comets and asteroids flying into the atmosphere. You keep that in mind, and there has been many more of those going on, just small ones, that aren't a big deal, but they're going to play it down. If it's something, they're going to play it down so people don't panic. So, yeah, I'm just saying that you should all just, if you can, try to get some information on that, because I think I've always been interested in this for years and years of what is going on.
Wait. I have to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I don't want this to disappear. Jackie, I don't mean to call you out, but I need to use this as an example. You wrote, there's only arguments because you can't handle the truth. You're implying that you're right and they're wrong. That's the problem. No one is right and no one is wrong. You believe one thing and they believe another thing, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what I'm getting at. What you believe is different from what they believe, and that's fine. They can believe what they want. You believe what you want. Just don't interact. It's okay. Everything's fine. Just don't interact. That's what I'm getting at. There was no need to say you can't handle the truth, because the truth isn't. The truth is what you believe to be the truth. They don't believe that to be the truth. And that's the issue you guys keep fighting about in the chat, is the fact that your truth is different from their truth when it comes to, honestly, I don't know what you guys were talking about. So whatever you guys were talking about, you just believe different things, and that's okay. Now, if we're talking about like political stuff, I don't believe in your truth. When it comes to stuff like that, there is the truth. There is factual truth, and then there is feelings. People are entitled to feel how they want, but the actual truth is the truth. But that's a whole different ball of wax.
And you probably can't get somebody to believe what you believe through arguing anyway. That just pushes people away. So you need to back yourself up with some kind of proof if you're going to try to get that in, beliefs into somebody else that doesn't want to believe it, So if you don't have that, then it's just no use. Who cares what others think, Who cares? Believe what you want.
But no, Man Animal, she's not a troll. I've talked to Jackie privately. She's not a troll. But, yeah, so, now that I just gave you my whole theory again.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I know what I was saying though. What's the, let me ask you guys a question. You Curiouser and the chat. Is the matrix theory the same as quantum computing? Are they the same theory?
What? Say that
Like
again?
there's the quantum computer. Is that the same as the matrix theory? Like is the matrix because they think that quantum computers that were in like a matrix because of that? Or are they separate theories?
Quantum computing and
Okay, they are
being in the
not. I just
matrix.
want to make sure.
The being in the matrix theory, you're saying?
Yeah,
Because
it doesn't matter. They're already saying no in the chat. Doesn't matter.
yeah, okay. The matrix theory is that we're in some kind of simulation, but I've had many times you read things debunking that, so I have not believed in the matrix theory anymore. So, or I really never believed it, but I considered it, and I just, it's been debunked a lot. It's not something that they can prove. It's something, it's
Well, again,
like
I'm going to
proving
repeat.
God.
There's
You
no
can't.
theory we can prove.
No, there's no way of proving we're in a matrix. But I believe there it may seem like one easily,
Yeah,
could
like
be
I said, the
close to
easiest
it.
it covers everything, so it's the easiest answer.
Yeah.
I do have another theory. That an older theory before I saw the chunk missing and all that stuff, and really started to question like, well, how could shifting timelines and stuff explain all that the Earth stuff? The other theory that I saw a video a long time ago by the Action Lab, which is now Action Lab, but that was gone. Where he shows what it would look like for a 4-dimensional ball to appear in our 3-dimensional reality. And he also, during that video, was explaining that, well, like string theory, each dimension is a different string, right?
If you, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, and he was explaining that in each dimension, it would control different things. So in the 4th dimension, the ball would look like it wasn't there, and then it just popped into existence, and then got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then if you were to remove the ball, it would get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it disappears. So then it had me thinking about the other dimensions in string theory. Well, looking at them, they do correlate with the Mandela effect. Like one could control sounds and colors and time. Like I think the 11th string is time, which could affect time speeding up and things like that. And I was thinking, well, maybe since there seems to be an intelligence behind it, sometimes there seems to be messages, maybe beings in other dimensions are trying to send us a message. And maybe when they do that, it creates like a ripple effect. So let's say they want to send a message through one thing, right? Because I tend to notice that when I find a music Mandela, I seem to find like 10 other music Mandelas around the same time. So let's say they wanted to put a message in one of those music Mandela effects, right? It's like a ripple effect. It affects other things around it unintentionally. So that was my theory as to why there seem to be these random Mandela effects that make no sense, while others seem to have messages. But it didn't explain everything else, so I kept looking, and that's when I came across the other theory that like I said, I believe is multifaceted. I think
Well,
Satan and Jesus and timelines and earlier version of Earth are all involved in some way or another. That's basically my theory. What were you going to say, Curious?
yes. Just the fourth dimension thing. I don't believe that we may be capable of seeing a shape from the fourth dimension. Now, if you think about it, in the second dimension, you shove a ball into the second dimension from the third, they're not going to be able to see it. They're going to be able to see a line at the bottom, going across, and that's it. If
Or a
there's
circle. Or a circle.
assuming there's little second dimension creatures, let's say, they would only
Well,
see
no,
a line.
actually,
They would not
that
be capable of knowing what that or seeing it, huh?
well, no, that's the thing. He actually showed that. He showed what a 3D ball would look like in the second dimension using The Simpsons.
Yes, that's what
He
I
actually
mean.
showed that. Yeah.
And so I try to think about things that we would not. It's hard to think about because, like, for example, the shape of the universe. The shape of the universe may be in a shape that's incomprehensible to us. We would not know that shape at all. There's no way. So it's kind of hopeless to try to imagine. You know what I mean?
Well, he did. He tried to imagine what it would be like.
Yeah, yeah, and it's hard to imagine because anything from the fourth dimension is too incredible. You think how incredible the third dimension is to the second. It's just incredible to think about because you've got, I don't know if you saw that video about the Flatlanders. What's
No.
the flat people? I don't know. It's funny, but it's these two-dimensional creatures, and it's just too. It's too much. It's too much to imagine the third dimension or even anything. And there may be many things that we can't see or imagine, or it's just too incredible. So is the fourth dimension when they make those shapes, and I can't, I'm not into it. I don't know. I can't. But, you know what I mean? So kind of.
Yeah. And like I said, it didn't explain everything, like the continent shifting and things like that. So I kept looking. Because at the time, none of the theories that were out there explained everything for me. And that's why I went looking for my own answers.
Yeah, I know.
Now, they're saying the fourth dimension is time. Now you're going to make me go back to that Action Lab video. Because I recall him saying the 11th dimension was time in that video. So now I have to go look and see, because that could be Mandela as well.
But I don't believe there's a dimension of time, but I don't know, people. That's just my belief. Anyway, and basically time is just a measurement. It's man-made. There's no such thing. It's just events. So I don't know. I mean, all it is measuring events, and they're saying it goes by and blah blah blah, but there's really only the now and it's events, and and to an extent you have to kind of measure that, and it makes sense and everything. I mean, I don't believe it's dimension, but some people believe what they want. I mean, I'm not. You can believe what you want. I don't care.
Yeah, and like I said, if anyone has evidence or like I'm like, that's why if I can, I have other people on to tell me their theories, because I'm curious. I'm curious to hear them. I'm curious why people believe them. Because I am always open to hearing how, that's the thing. I'm open to hearing what other people think and believe.
Yes.
I may not believe what they do, but I'm still open to hearing it. It may change my mind. You never know. What were you gonna say?
I'm sorry, I'm just reading the comments. Yeah, there's many dimensions. I mean, it used to be that there was like 10, I guess now there's 12, and who knows? But
Uh-oh. My phone just died. That's not good because it was plugged in. Oh no, it just restarted on its own. That's amazing. Okay.
and
That's
time
great.
is different everywhere, all over. I think we all know that, and I believe in the multiverse for sure. I think there's many different universes. I believe
Mandana. Oh, Mandana, well, that's not nice. Like I said, the calling names, I don't want in the chat.
No more fighting.
No, I'm talking about calling people names. I don't want fighting. I don't want people calling each other names. Like, just be respectful to one another, and if someone's bothering you, just block them. Or ignore. Ignore or block. Whatever you want to do. I have only had to block, like, I think there's like 7 people blocked in all the years I've been on YouTube.
Yeah. It's a shame. I know.
Yeah.
People don't like to not be wrong or whatever, and there's no such thing in
That's the
discussion
thing.
anyway.
When it comes to the Mandela effect, though, no one is wrong.
No.
Like, I mean, yeah, with specific Mandela effects, that may not be Mandela effects. That's why I will always say, this may not be a Mandela effect. Like tonight with the Budapest, it could just be Hungarian history that I have never learned.
But it could still be a Mandela effect for somebody who.
But it could be, and that's why.
Exactly. So there doesn't make sense to be right, have right or wrong, and that's what makes it all interesting. So no, we don't want to argue about that. Anyway, well, I'm gonna have to go, and
yeah, well, I do too. I mean, we have no one to present, and it's been a long night. I mean, we've already been streaming for almost 3 hours, and I believe Mandela Days is starting next weekend. Next weekend will also be the last multi-stream, because Streamyard expires again, and there's just so much to cover. Let me ask you guys, would you rather have an episode of all music, or would you rather me mix it up with other things? Like do some of the music Mandelas each. So it's going to be like 2 to 3 weeks of Christmas stuff. And it's not Christmas, but like, I mean, the songs are, don't get me wrong. But like, there's like toys and stuff like that. So it's not Christmas specific for a lot of them. It's just stuff related to Christmas. So kids get toys for Christmas. So there's a whole thing on games and toys. So, and there's like tech before its time and stuff like that. So, would you rather all the music be in one episode, or would you rather it be split up? A mix, says Splatter. Hey, Joe Blore.
I got a name for it, for your show. You can call it a Mandela Christmas.
We already have a name by Noise Guru. Mandela Days. We've been using that since last year. All right, everybody's saying a mix. Okay, that's what I'm doing. It's okay. I'm gonna do a mix. Don't worry. Yeah, because it's just a lot. I have a lot to cover, a lot, and I'm gonna try to get as much done as I can. But Jeff has a time limit to be here, and Mr. Super was not able to join us tonight to keep the show going. And Ray seems to be taking like an extended break from YouTube, so yeah. And Curiouser's here, but Curiouser's on her phone, so she can't present. But yeah, okay, so again, sorry to Meta Ryan for Jeff misunderstanding you, and I'm really sorry that he timed you out for 24 hours. I don't want that happening ever. I don't want people timing people out for 24 hours. That's ridiculous. That is too long. A few minutes is fine. The 300 seconds thing is fine. What is that? 300 seconds? 5 minutes? That's fine. And that, especially since it was a misunderstanding. Hey, JRG Mighty. So, yeah, let me do a shout out and we'll get out of here. We'll see you next week for Mandela Days. Let me get back to YouTube where I can see more of the chat. Because I can only see about 5 minutes of the chat in Streamyard. Let's see. Alright. So, Jackie McCarran was first tonight by pushing button 62. Cobra Berzank. Is it Berzank? I am so sorry if I'm butchering that, Cobra. Meta Ryan was here. Ryugami was here. Noise Guru. Michael Fontaine. Josh Phoenix 11. Jim from Florida. We also had Red Storm. Forrest Beeves here. Mandanimal. I'm scrolling, guys. Kimberly F was here. Kim Ray was in the chat. JRG Mighty's here. I said Mandanimal, right? Curiouser's here. She's with me on the screen. My friend Francine was here. Joe Bloor, Splatter. Let's see whether Greg is still here. I know there were so many more people here tonight, and that is all I can see. Like, it won't let me go back any further. Let me see. Oh, Voy was here earlier. Hey, Voy, if you're still here, I'm sorry. I didn't see you hop into the chat. It was probably when I was in my little rant. Renee Cruz was here. Let's see. Seeing if I missed anyone that I can still see. Let's see. Supernatural Bible changes. I said Boris. Renee. Jackie. Mandela. Same people. That's what I'm saying. Like, I can see. I'm seeing the exact same names, guys. Give me 1 second. I'm scrolling. And that's probably why I missed a couple people, because they jumped in the middle. Daniel Wiley was here. And if I missed you, say hi at the bottom if you're still here. Sag Arm Mandela Effect was here. Happy birthday again to Jose. I'm scrolling, guys. Travis Joe was here. Got Ryu, Red Storm. Go Kart Bob was here. Let's see. Is that everyone? I can't believe how much of the chat I can see in Streamyard. This is amazing. I wonder if this is a new update they did. That's good. Those of you on Rumble, thank you for being there. I appreciate you. Next week may be the last show on Rumble, because right now I don't have the money for that. So we'll see. Green Sleeves 20 jumped in. Hello. That was an hour ago. If you're still here, I'm so sorry. Hello, I see you now. Let's see. That's what I'm saying. People jump in and I miss it. I said JRG Mighty Wolfie was here. Hi, Wolfie. I'm so sorry. It's 40 minutes later. I'm saying hi. So many people. You guys are amazing. Right now, there's still 23 people watching. Even though we haven't been able to present for like almost an hour. I see the chat just like you guys. I'm scrolling through to try to find other names. See if I missed anyone. I wish they just had, like, you know, that'd be a nice feature for them to add, where they just put all the participants on the side. Just the names, not any comments, you know. Richard Minnick was in the chat. Hi, Richard. I don't know if you're still here, because that was a half hour ago. Did I said Kimberly F, right? I did. Parody Bear is here under many names. Parody Mike is one of them. Josh Phoenix, Jim from Florida again. I know I'm going to miss somebody. Mandanimal, I said, probably about 6 times now. I probably said Noise Guru about 3 times. I'm trying to scroll fast so that there aren't, you know, big breaks in me talking. But then if I scroll fast, I might miss somebody who said one thing. So many people. Guys, I'm still like a half hour in the past. My goodness. I'm going to have to pull a Hebrew in a second and just call it. I'm going to just scroll. Okay, we're at the bottom now. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I am sorry. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for participating. You guys are amazing. And Curious, is there anything you want to say before we head out?
No, it's been a great show, and I'm glad I was able to join today.
Me too. Thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.
And thank you to Jeff, who had to leave early, but it wasn't early for him. Oh, Neo Freak was here. Hey, Neo Freak. So Neo Freak was here earlier. So was Matrix Break. Matrix Break was here earlier as well. And I remember that because of Neo Freak, so thank you. You know, Neo, the Matrix, that helped me remember. Thank you very much. Dave the Damo's here. Hey. Let's see. All right. So like I said, I am doing my darndest to get Mandela Days up and running for next week. I was supposed to start this week, but I ran into a few snags. Yeah, I realize that, Jim. I realize. And you guys are just amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the randomness of this show tonight. And we will see you next week. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube, smash the tube. Turn the strap off, 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 please turn it off. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I've seen this show about 1,000,000 times. Not even funny when I'm drunk or high. Why must we watch Friends? 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 I'm telling you now for the 100th time. To change the channel, this show is a crime. Why must we watch Friends? 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 That laugh track is so annoying to me. They wouldn't need it if the show was funny. Why must we watch Friends? 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 There's so much better ways to spend my day than watch TV sing down a cat so smelly. Why must we watch Friends? 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 Why must we watch Friends?